WWDC 2026 is coming in 13 days and 13 hours. And I just wanna speak about my predictions for this WW. Okay, the first prediction of mine is it's live app icons. So in iOS 18, they introduced a new feature to tint, change color of an icon, of an app icons. They extended this even more in iOS 26 when it went to liquid glass. And there was no color at all at this point. There was only shape that you can recognize the app. So my thinking is, if Apple already gave up on color as being the recognizable thing about the app icon, what if we could have live apps, live app icons? Let's say you play a song in Apple Music, and the song is in an album, and the album has the colors. And already in Apple Music, the background is kind of tinted in the colors of the album art. So what if the same action would be in the Apple Music for the Apple Music icon? So you will go to home screen, and the app icon would be the background of the app icon would be the same as the album art. There will be still the note, the musical note, as it is now in Apple Music, on the Apple Music app icon, but the background color would change. When they would speak about it, or when they would be introducing it, would be still red. If there would be no now playing music, it would be red. Or the basic color of an app. The same thing could be for Apple Podcast, you know. Or going even more further with this, what about Apple Weather? Apple Weather now has two clouds and one sun. What if there would be only sun, or only clouds, or rain? You know, it could change depending on the situation, like live activities. One thing is that it is kind of already there. Apple Calendar and a clock app. Apple Calendar can change the date, and clock app can. It is just clock, and there's a ticking hand. But kind of these two informations are from on device. You can get what date it is, and you don't have to ask the server to what date it is, and you don't have to do the same for time. So these two informations are on device. The cloud that you would have to ask the server to, hey, what should I show there? But at the same time, it is no different to a widget. And the Apple Music, it is the album art is already there. It's just about changing the colors of the app icon. So I don't think it would be very much demanding on the hardware. And there would need to be even transitions between the states. You know, you finish listening to a song, and the app icon should should fade into different colors. That could be demanding. The next prediction I have is much more wallpapers. Wallpapers in iOS 26.4 or 3, I don't know. They made it so you have to download the wallpaper to apply it. So now it doesn't come with iOS built in, or download it and package in. You have to download it specifically. macOS has this for much longer time, that you have to download specific wallpapers. And why? macOS, I didn't count that, but I would say it has more wallpapers than iOS does. Because there was for other softwares on iOS, there was only the current one. Only the current one. But if Apple will want to add more wallpapers. They will need to build a system because you don't want to have 10 gigabytes of wallpapers pre-downloaded on every phone. So they would build a system beforehand, before they add all of these, to build a structure for that, to be able to serve more wallpapers. So I think that's what they did this. They're building it, slowly building it, to be able to have more wallpapers. Have more wallpapers on their side. They can make new wallpapers. They can put more wallpapers. Or maybe, I don't think it's going to happen, they are building a app store for wallpapers, but that's not my prediction. My prediction is they're going to add more wallpapers they gonna own. No, they're gonna build a shop for wallpapers. I don't think that's gonna happen. And the last prediction I have is kind of tied with a wallpaper, and that's making your wallpaper shown in apps. When you take a screenshot, the screenshot that you just took is in the small windows, and it is surrounded by your wallpaper that is blurred. I made a video about it. I recorded a video, and you can see that I go to set of different focus mode, and the wallpaper, the background in the screenshot menu view changes color, showing that the color of the background in the screenshot manager is depending on the wallpaper. It's even live. That's kind of cool. I didn't expect that. The live doesn't change in the moment. It doesn't. You don't need to recreate it to change the color. That's cool. But that's system feature. What about the apps? It already kind of does. And when you go to in Safari, when you go to tab views, they already have it there. It is kind of, again, the colors are a little bit there. You can see kind of the wallpapers, how the main colors of the wallpaper are there. So they use it already in apps. So my prediction is, and this is prediction, when you go to when you go to app like messages, what you see, and a message is a very good example, because they add in iOS 26, they added wallpapers to messages, to message with someone. It looks amazing, but when you go back, it's a pure white background. So what if, instead of white background or black, depending on your appearance, what if there would be your wallpaper? Apple is moving into spatial computing, and in the future, when you open up a window, something, it is for sure going to be transparent. You're gonna see kind of through it. So why not implement it now to get people used to it? That you open an app, and the app, it's not it's the app, the main plate, the main app, the main background for an app. It's not white. It's not black. It's transparent. You can see through it, as you would in spatial computing on Vision Pro. I've never seen Apple Vision Pro, but when you open up a window, you see kind of through the window. You see the colors of the window. I think that would be very cool, And one more thing about it, they introduced electric glass, and Apple talks about how electric glass is supposed to celebrate your content. It's supposed to shine through, and content is supposed to shine through electric glass. Now when you open messages, it's little glass on a pure white background. There is nothing. It is white. The liquid glass shines with white. But if there would be a wallpaper, I think it would be really cool. I think it would be more personal than now it is. this takes me to iOS 26.4, I think it is, when Apple introduced in Apple Music they made it's falling on me. In Apple Music they uh, revisited, that's a nice word, revisited album views or playlist, any view of a specific list. Now the background is in the colors of the album art. It is new, and what takes me funny about this is that it demolish appearance. It's not about the same view is the same even though you are in a dark mode instead of a light mode. White mode, light mode, I don't know, white mode, I think. White mode. The color is the same. It's all maybe the liquid glass changes, but the main background is the same. So they're demolishing dark and light appearances. Dub Dub is coming up. I hope I'm gonna make more videos before that, and more videos, even more videos after that. So